As of yesterday, FarFromWeak's YouTube career is over. Back in the fall of 2022, his YouTube channel was born. Since then, he's given advice to boys and men all over the world, inspiring them in self-improvement. He generated over 1 million subscribers, rising to the top of YouTube in less than a year. Today, I'm going to reveal how FarFromWeak fell from grace and betrayed his followers. FarFromWeak started as a polarizing figure on YouTube with ideals that many people could align to. He had the idea the woke agenda needed to be destroyed and the idea that self-improvement should be a staple in every man's life. Because of this, his channel flourished. Tens of thousands of views turned to hundreds of thousands of views. Subscribers started coming in at a rapid pace, shattering typical growth expectations. At the end of the day, he gained an online army of those looking to follow him. This army was a ravenous and dedicated group of young men, ones who would go to war for him. This is when FarFromWeak realized all of the power he had in his hands. He saw a very distinct opportunity and hatched a plan to exploit all of the power he was given by the people that trusted him. Before we get into his plan, we're going to rewind for a moment, talking about his preparation. About 2 months ago, he posted a farewell video letting everyone know that he was preparing something. He needed some time away from the community to create it. Something large and substantial. Something that would change the faceless YouTube community as a whole and shake up the landscape of content creation. He was advertising a new way to beat the YouTube algorithm. The secret to YouTube. The secret to success. It was at this time he began building an insidious plan. In the shadows, he created a platform for the hopeful and the needy, pushing the dream of financial freedom and happiness. His intentions, as he said, were pure. He said it's to strengthen and assist the growth of his army, to better everyone's lives. Let me ask you, if you had an army of devoted men behind you, ready to go to war for you, do you think with that power, it would be intelligent to exploit the very men that watch your back? No, not only would that be a poor decision, it would be pathetic. Now, we fast forward. His hiatus was relatively short, about a month, but in this time, he developed the groundwork for his self-proclaimed life-changing guide. His faceless reality. He said this would be free for everyone. After his hiatus, his videos changed. His efforts went from giving advice to men to something different. From the moment of his return, he focused entirely on the idea of his faceless reality. 4 videos, each of them hyping up the guide. But what came next was shocking. In a masterclass move, he used every piece of marketing tactics he could and put together a single video titled Final Reveal. This gained an insane amount of views over a short period of time. But more notably, comments. A lot of comments. We'll get to this in a moment. Getting back to the video, he spoke about how he created a course and how he's limiting it to a total number of men. As he says, I can't help more than 100 people. This is a marketing ploy, better known as the fear of missing out. In fact, the entirety of this video was structured in the exact way every other YouTube influencer prepares theirs. He promises the world and ultimately fails to deliver. And although he said his intentions were pure, his actions spoke louder than his words. You may be thinking, what's so bad about this course? Well, for starters, it's $895 for entry, and that's just to get in the door. This was promised as free for his followers. Also, the $895 is just to start. There will be additional costs. That was the decision that FarFromWeak took. Gentlemen, today you'll need to learn from this. Let me ask you all a question. Do you truly believe that after he has a group of willing, paid members, that he will accept them and teach them everything he creates in the future without more money? Do you think his time will be free? No. This is just the beginning. He's farming the gullible men who are willing to fork over loads of cash. Just like the mobile gaming industry relies on a very small percentage of people to monetize their games, he's planning to source his own group of whales to milk for everything they're worth. This ploy was a mistake, and his short-sighted actions will be his downfall. FarFromWeak's channel will begin to deteriorate. The very men he has armed have now seen his true colors and turned against him. But is this deserved? My opinion is this. He gained notoriety on YouTube because of the charisma he displayed. The words he spoke resonated with others. People believed in his character and authenticity. People believed they shared the same ideals as him. Maybe you believed in him. My friends, I'm sorry to say, but you've been betrayed. He is not who you thought he was. The hate he is receiving is justified, and his channel will never entirely recover from this. Let's take a look at the comment section, and although many of them are being deleted, he can't remove all of them, and I've had some screenshots shared with me, including this specific one from Hamza. FarFromWeak has exposed himself and mistakenly thought he could get away with misleading his fans with no repercussions. Do you see the positive comments on his video? Not really, because at the time of this recording, nearly all of the comments are ripping into his character and giving him a piece of their mind. FarFromWeak, this is a message to you directly. You've hurt your army. You are no longer fit to lead them. I will say this, when one king is dethroned, there is another who rises to the occasion, the one who can control, dominate, conquer. Gentlemen, I am that man. To those who were fooled by FarFromWeak, follow me. Together, we'll show him and the rest of the world what strength truly means. Leave a comment, like the video, and share it with your brothers. We will not allow this to go unpunished.